Hey, it's Luxury Travel Docs here today, and let me welcome you to the maiden voyage of P&O's newest ship, the Arvia. We arrived today in Southampton, and let me just tell you, you cannot miss this ship. It is massive, and it has the signature P&O Cruises Union Jack painting on the side. It has 18 decks and a capacity of about 6,000. So because of this size, it's going to take a little bit of time for us to fully explore this ship, but what I wanted to do today, of course, is welcome you. Look no further. This is the ultimate tour of P&O Cruises' newest ship, the Arvia. We will show you everything, including the spa, the retreat, restaurants, bars, cabins, and more than one cabin, pools, the activities on board, entertainment, and even more. This is even complete with menus and prices. With everything in it, this is a very long video, and we understand that. You can always use the chapter function to skip to the parts that you want to know about now and when you come back to see more. Just a reminder that we donate profits to charity. Please help us help others by giving us a thumbs up or subscribing to our channel. Your support makes a difference. We will start with one of the most common locations that we get asked about, and that is the thermal suite on deck 5, located forward. One of our favorite things is the thermal suite. The thermal suite is a suite of hydrotherapy, steam bath, hot rock chaise lounges, saunas, and it's something that you can use with a pass that you have to purchase, and access to it lasts for about 2 hours with a pass. Now, as you know, the price of everything can change, but let me tell you what the prices were for access to the thermal suite on the maiden voyage of P&O Cruises Arvia. If you want to access the thermal suite for 1 day only, and again that is 2 hours of access, the price is £39. If you want to access the thermal suite for a week's time, and again that is 2 hours per day, the price is £129. Access to the thermal suite for our entire cruise, which was about 14 days, the price would be £249. This is a beautiful facility, so why don't we take a look at it and let's get to it. Oh, I see. Thermal suite. The centerpiece of the thermal suite is the hydrotherapy pool. There is a very large steam room at the back of the hydrotherapy pool with showers located along the wall as well. There's no one in there. Across from the steam room is a large dry sauna. Heated stone loungers are located on the side of the hydrotherapy pool to relax and warm up. The other side of the hydrotherapy pool is a large, warm, salt detoxification room. access to the thermal suite costs about £39 per day for a 2-hour access. You can book this ahead or once on board, but remember that this is a very popular place on Arvia, especially for cold weather itineraries, so you may want to try booking it ahead. The Oasis Spa is really a luxurious place to relax in, and we took a full tour of this. The salon itself is a very welcoming area where you can get manicures, pedicures, hairstyles, and one of the things that we really found interesting about this is that it had the first ever dedicated men's area, complete with a barber station for haircuts and male grooming. One of the complaints that we had about the salon and the Oasis Spa all around is that prices are really not posted anywhere. You have to ask for the individual prices for the treatment you may want. We'll include some of the prices that we found during our tour of the Oasis Spa and for some of the treatments that we had. Be sure that you check your horizon daily for specials that may be offered throughout your cruise. These are especially common on port days. And I wanted to give you just a little bit of information about the wellness suite that is located in the Oasis Spa. The wellness suite is something that you would book for couples. It entitles you to 4 hours of an exclusive suite, including a 100-minute couples massage. Also included in your 4-hour booking are several things, including lunch for 2, a bottle of Prosecco and juice for that if you want to have mimosas. The price of the wellness suite for you to use it for the 4 hours for 2 persons is £449. Now, considering that a couple's massage alone costs £339, you're paying an extra £110 for the exclusive ability to use the steam room, the bottle of Prosecco, the lunch, and the 4 hours time to just enjoy the suite itself. They were offering specials on day 1 of our cruise, and you can, if you really want to make sure that you have access to this, I suppose you could book this ahead of time prior to boarding the cruise, but look for those first day specials to see if maybe you can save a little bit of money. I can't remember exactly what the first day special amounts were, and of course prices can always change, but I do remember that there was a savings that first day upon boarding. Of course, you can book the wellness suite at any point during your cruise as well. One of the other treatments that we found pretty interesting was the zero gravity treatment chair. Now this is just a chair like you may have seen some of the beds that you can buy where you can elevate the head or elevate the legs, and this enables you to stretch various areas of the body. Now you would be using the zero gravity chair while you're receiving another type of treatment such as a massage or facial. The cost of the zero gravity treatment starts at £159 for a session. The other interesting and very unique treatment on the Arvia is the quartz bed. Now this was developed by somebody who used to take their mother who had arthritic conditions to the beach and would always bury her in warm sand, or at least create a cocoon around her. Of course, I hope she could breathe. But the table containing these small quartz granules of almost sand was developed by this person. Now, when you have this treatment done on the Arvia, you will have a treatment that's focused towards a problem area of your body. For example, if you have shoulder and neck pain, it may consist of a mask and a massage to that particular affected area. There also is the opportunity to have a poultice applied to your affected area, or to have a simple facial performed while you're lying in the quartz bed. The poultice is a little more money and consists of a small little device that contains about supposedly 75 herbs and other types of quartz that are applied to areas of your body of concern. The cost of having the quartz treatment for you is £179, or at least starting at that price. And then if you want to have the poultice applied, the price is £189. Why don't we take a listen to one of the staff explain a little bit about the quartz bed and, of course, our walkthrough.
This is our quartz bed. It's the luxury one. It's a very unique bed. It's full of the crystal stone, and the person who created this bed have a mother. She was suffering from the arthritis and back pain, and every time when they go to the beach, he cool her body like in the sun, and he realized that she feel better. So with the sand I will put here, continue with these crystals and perform some 10 minutes massage. It's activate every cell of the body. It's very intense treatment, very recharging. After sleep like a baby, and also wake up like newborn. You're gonna have a lot of energy for your 2 weeks. So it's only one bed. I highly recommend you to try before you will be fully booked. But that's like I start to talk to you. We have a lot of different treatments. For example, with the salt stones, and it will be good for you because in this treatment we choose the area of the concern. So for you it's upper back. We apply the mask with seaweed. This mask is cooling. It's inside the alps to relieve the pain. And after perform a massage with warm stones, so it's nice combination of cryotherapy with the warm therapy. So your blood circulation also is much better after. It release all tensions. If you like the deeper massage, we have a bamboo massage. They're also warm, nice. You can go very firm in your muscles. And these poultices have 7 different kinds of herbs. It's Chinese herbs, includes also turmeric, so it's very good for all the inflammation. We have here also scrubs. You can smell the frangipani, is my favorite one. It's really
Something
nice.
smells wonderful.
Yeah, so this is probably. Yeah. Yeah, it leaves your skin glowing and shining, so you will be ready for the beach. And this is a seaweed. It doesn't smell maybe very good, but it's very healthy. It's very good for detoxing your body. It includes the black water alps, which have a lot of iode, which is good for your thyroid, and it's like cleans your body external. We wrap you in the foil, you sweat, you lose a lot of water, but also a lot of toxins, everything goes out, and yeah, you lose all your fluid retention. Yeah.
What is the other scrub?
This is lemon ginger, it's more energizing. Like if you want to relax, we choose frangipani. If you want more like a boost of energy, we use the lemon ginger. Yeah.
Please enjoy our review of Headliners Theater from the maiden voyage of P&O Cruises' newest ship, Arvia. In this review, you will find information about performance times, how to book your seats, handicap accessible seating, seats with good legroom, performances we saw, and much more. Headliners Theater is located on decks 6 and 7 forward. We recommend that individuals who are mobility challenged enter through deck 6, which is the wheelchair access, because navigating the stairs into the theater might be difficult. Some shows require a reservation, and make sure that you look for the opportunity to reserve Headliners Theater acts prior to boarding the ship. We were able to see Ronan Keating, for example, on New Year's Eve, but we reserved this even before the cruise. The performances were included with the price of our cruise. However, I have to reiterate that many of the performance times were full early in our cruise. This means that they were either booked right upon boarding or prior to boarding. The acts generally were at about 8:30 and 10:30, and these were usually full. Some acts only had 2 performances, and other performers had 3 performances, with the earlier one being at about 6:45. You usually could make a reservation for the 6:45 show on the day of the performance. While on board, performances could be booked via the My Holiday app. There were some performers that were not available to be booked prior to boarding the cruise. These performers you should look for immediately when you get on board the cruise, and if you're not familiar with using the My Holiday app, you should go to guest services to have them help you. In the front of the theater, there are plenty of areas to accommodate persons traveling with wheelchairs. The seating was very comfortable with adequate leg room at any of the seats that we tried in the theater. We often brought drinks to the theater like coffee, wine, or other alcoholic beverages, but we didn't see any waiters delivering any alcoholic beverages to the theater. Also, there aren't any tables at the seats, so if you have a drink in hand, it might be a little uncomfortable holding it throughout a performance. If you're someone who needs a lot of legroom, there is an area where I'm standing in the footage right now at the bottom of the stairs, which is really an aisle for passengers to cross the theater. But at this location where you can see what it looks like on the stage from sitting here, this is really a great place to stretch out your legs. We really saw some great entertainment on the maiden voyage, including Ronan Keating, Tesney Jones, Tom Ball, and Neil Lockwood. Don't forget that during the day, sometimes there will be enrichment lectures, which we had on board the maiden voyage. We went to every lecture by former SAS soldier Phil Campion. The Limelight Club is located on deck 6 forward. During the day, there are various activities in this venue, such as line dancing lessons. But in the evening, this turns into a beautiful nightclub where you can have a meal and see some live music. This is not an included venue and does incur an extra charge of approximately 25 to 35 pounds, depending on the act that is showing. Brody's and the casino are located on deck 7 forward. Located on the port side, the casino has a variety of slot machines and tables. You can either use cash to bet or charge the bets to your room. Onboard credits cannot be used for any type of gambling. You accumulate free drinks from the bar as you pay. There is no smoking inside in any public areas on Arvia, and this includes the casino. Make sure you check your horizon daily for opening times on sea days. On port days, usually the casino opens 30 minutes after sailing. Brody's is immediately adjacent to the casino on the starboard side of the ship. Brody's is decorated in very warm tones and has very comfortable seats. There is a large selection of international beers and ciders available for you. Brody's is the location that you will find a pool table and darts. Check your horizon daily for dart and pool competitions, especially on sea days. We really enjoy participating in pub quizzes with the crew and other guests. Make sure that you check your horizon daily for various quiz times throughout the day and evening. Also in the evening will be live entertainment in Brody's. And if this is not enough for you, Headliners Theater, upper entrance on Deck 7 is right across the way. There is a reason that the Atrium is always the heartbeat of any cruise ship. They are always multi-level and beautifully decorated. Arvia's Atrium is no exception. We enjoy beautiful decorations for the holidays, great performances during the day and the evening, great dancing, including a silent disco, and boy, did it really come alive on New Year's Eve. So if you want to have your morning tea or coffee or a glass of wine, people watch, see some great entertainment, you can head to the Atrium day or night. The Atrium is located, as you would expect, midship on decks 6 through 8. We're going to take our tour of the Atrium from deck 8 down to deck 6, one deck at a time. All of deck 8 is occupied by the Keel & Cow restaurant. The Keel & Cow is a bar and restaurant located midship on deck 8. It is overlooking the Atrium, so this is not one of the quieter restaurants on board Arvia. Always remember to check your horizon daily for opening times of all restaurants and bars on board. The Keel & Cow is decorated with warm blue and gray tones. There's various options available for seating depending on the reason that you're there, including club chairs, beautiful table chairs, high tops, booths, and even bar seating. This is not an included restaurant, and you will be charged per item ordered. Also note that the Keel & Cow is open daily for lunch and dinner, but again, make sure that you check your horizon daily for opening times. We donate profits from our channel to charity, so we really appreciate it if you subscribed. The panoramic windows in the Atrium of Arvia are beautiful, and when you're seated in the Keel & Cow, you get to enjoy the view from the top level. Please enjoy the sample menu with prices. Epicurean was by far our favorite restaurant on board Arvia. Please check out that review when you get a chance. However, the Keel & Cow, like most of the specialty restaurants on board Arvia, had very good food as well and was well worth the additional cost. We found the food to be tasty, presented very well, and consistently worth the money. Here are a few photos of the meals we enjoyed with the names so that you can order these. Let's head down the grand staircase to deck 7. On deck 7, you will find the glass house and the cellar door. The glass house is open for lunch, dinner, or small bites in the evening. It is a great place to get a glass of wine, a cocktail, and small bites like tapas. Items ordered here are not included and will incur a charge. The Ultimate Drinks package does allow you to have drinks or glasses of wine that cost less than $6.95. Enjoy this sample menu from the glass house, including small bites to eat as well as glasses of wine. The cellar door is a circular room that's located adjacent to the glass house, and this is a location for wine tasting, wine dinners, and instructional classes. We didn't see this in use for our entire cruise. Let's head down the circular grand staircase to Deck 6. On Deck 6, you will find the Vistas Cafe Bar, the Amber Lounge, and the 710 Club. The Vistas Cafe is a great place to grab a quick cup of coffee, a tea, or a pastry. We saw plenty of people there in the mornings, all day, and even in the evenings, and the panoramic windows in this space are just gorgeous. Items from the Vista Cafe will incur an extra charge per item ordered. Drink packages will include Primo Costa coffees, teas, and hot chocolates. Drink packages also include fountain sodas, mocktails, and bottles of water. Please enjoy these sample menus from Vista's Cafe. The Amber Room is located across from the Vistas Cafe, and it's another location where you can have sweeping views of the ocean from the panoramic windows. You can also enjoy the entertainment in the center of the atrium, like the cabaret shows and the aerial artists from this location. In the evenings, and sometimes during the day, there is going to be live entertainment in the Amber Lounge as well. During the daytime, the Amber Lounge is a perfect place to go read your favorite book due to the brightness from the panoramic windows. Enjoy this sample menu from the Amber Lounge. The 710 Club is located right off of the Amber Lounge. It's a very small, dimly lit club, kind of like an old jazz club. You're going to have lots of cocktail choices there and live music like the 710 Club Band, which we enjoyed so much. Enjoy this sample menu from the 710 Club. Today I would like to go over the Horizon restaurant, which is a buffet restaurant on Arvia. This is the place to go for quick breakfasts and lunches or informal dinners and snacks outside of meal times. It's located on the Lido deck between the Sky Dome pool and the Infinity pool, and for that reason it's a great place to go when you don't want to be away from the pool for too long. Let's start with our video walkthrough of the Horizon restaurant. Always remember to washi before you enter any buffet to reduce the risk of transmission of germs and viruses. When you enter the buffet from the Sky Dome pool, you'll see that it's very bright and airy with lots of seating available. You'll notice pretty quickly that there is a forward section of the buffet and then a larger aft section of this buffet. There are large windows on both the port and starboard sides, and this is a great place to look out at the ocean on sea days. On the left, we're passing a cereal counter for breakfast and also the diet counter, where you're going to find a large selection of non-dairy options as milks or creamers such as soy milk, almond milk, rice milk, goat's milk, and even more. This is the breakfast setup, and you'll notice pretty quickly that there are varying opening times for each of the forward and aft sections of this restaurant. Check your Horizon daily to see what the opening times are if you're planning on meeting people. There is a large selection of rolls and breads and fresh fruits as well as cereals. Most of the hot breakfast items are pre-prepared. There is no such thing as an omelet station here. There are self-serve coffee, juice, and water stations throughout the forward and aft sections of this buffet. Really, our opinion of the food available in the Horizon restaurant was not very good. We felt that there was a lack of made-to-order options, such as an omelet station for breakfast in the morning, and in the afternoon we would really have loved the option of a salad bar, which was not available. But again, the food overall just seemed to lack flavor, spice, and this was not only for the hot main entrees but also the desserts. One of the positives of the food at the Horizon restaurant was that allergens were clearly marked for every option available at the buffet. Sample menus were available on the My Holiday app, which you would use while on board Arvia, but overall these really were a poor reflection of what was available at the buffet. Lots of seating was available for you throughout the front and the back of the buffet, and you could always elect to eat outside by the Infinity pool or under the Sky Dome if you wished. We found that at times it was hard to get somebody to clear our plates or to wipe tables down between customers, particularly at the very busy times. Here is a look at the outside dining area by the Infinity pool, which we shot this footage very early in the morning after a strong rain. As you head out to the Infinity pool, there were some grab-and-go refrigerators and a water bottle refill station, but neither of those were functioning during our cruise. You can see the outside area here. There is a lot of seating, but depending on the itinerary, sometimes this area might feel a little bit cold to passengers. The particular area right outside the Horizon Court Buffet, which you're looking at now, was a little more protected from the wind and did have some large windows to view the ocean. The other area that you could sit and enjoy your meal after you've picked it up from the Horizon Buffet is under the Sky Dome. There is lots of seating around the edges of the pool, mostly consisting of tables and chairs, but there also are some chaise lounges. Wanted to show you a little bit of footage of how busy the Horizon Court Buffet actually can get during the lunchtime hours. We shot this footage on embarkation day when a lot of individuals run upstairs to get their lunch shortly after boarding. And while this is not the busiest that we saw the Horizon Court Buffet, just be aware that it can get pretty crowded up there with individuals not only obtaining their food but also getting their drinks as well. This really seemed to be one of the few spots on board where the walkways were pretty narrow, and oftentimes it was hard to get by other passengers without feeling like you may spill what was on your tray. The only other thing that we would like to point out about the Horizon restaurant is that in the evenings, particularly on gala evenings, you can have dinner at the chef's table. This is located in an area of the Horizon restaurant which is specially styled for dress-up occasions. The chef table will give you the opportunity to enjoy a menu designed by food heroes Marco Pierre White and Eric Landlord. Wines are expertly paired to accompany each course with wine expert Ollie Smith. This is an included dining experience, but unfortunately it was one that we were not able to book as it was fully booked on every evening that we tried to enjoy it. The 6th Street Diner is located on Deck 6, midship. This is a restaurant that's modeled after an American diner and is included. Decor is muted during the evening, but during the day it is bright and airy. And it even has a jukebox. The 6th Street Diner is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Please enjoy some photos of some of the meals served and sample menus. The Olive Grove is an included restaurant located on Deck 6, midship, across from the 6th Street Diner. It has very muted decor and features a Mediterranean-style menu. Please enjoy the sample menu. The Meridian and Zenith dining rooms are located on decks 6 and 7 aft. These are essentially one dining venue connected by a grand staircase in the back of the restaurants. The panoramic windows make this a beautiful place to dine for breakfast, lunch, and even sunsets. Please enjoy the sample menu. Taste was a grill restaurant that we really enjoyed. located in the Sky Dome on Deck 16. Here you could get, obviously, your grill favorites, and there was usually a vegetarian option as well. Make sure you check your Horizon daily for restaurant options and their opening hours. Epicurean Restaurant was by far our favorite restaurant on board. Please take a look at that video when you get a chance. But the restaurants that we're going to go over today, the Keys, Sindhu, and Green & Co. featuring Mizuhana, are among our other favorites. I will note that some of the restaurants we're going to talk about today have some of the best vegetarian and vegan options around the ship. The Keys is located on Deck 8 aft. It definitely is less crowded than the Horizon buffet that is located upstairs. The Keys is meant to imitate street food that you may find on the streets of London, for example. There is hook, line, and vinegar, which features fish and chips. There is an Asian fusion section that has rotating Asian dishes daily. And then last, there is the cookery, where you can get traditional Yorkshire pudding and carved meats, as well as some vegetarian and vegan options like Beyond Meatballs. The Keys is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And around the corner from the street food options, you're going to find an area where you can grab a quick coffee or tea and also find some fresh options like salads, fruits, and desserts. The salads that you're going to find here are not going to be similar to what's in the Horizon buffet. They reflect really what is a neighboring restaurant, Green & Co., with options like seaweed salad, kale, and more. There's a cute little Costa coffee machine that requires you to swipe your room key for an additional charge. This is not included on the drinks package either, so if you have the drinks package, you're better off getting your Costa coffee in the shop in the Atrium. Please enjoy these sample menus from the Keys, as well as photos of some of our meals. The next restaurant is Sindhu, featuring Indian cuisine, and it's located midship on Deck 8. There's a great bar upon entering Sindhu that you can grab a drink to relax before dinner, but honestly, we preferred Anderson's best. This is not an included restaurant, and there is a small a la carte fee for each item ordered. We found the prices to be reasonable, and we could dine for around £40 total for 2 persons. The service we received in Sindhu was some of the best service in any restaurant on Arvia. Sindhu is open for dinner only, and this was a very popular restaurant, so make your reservations early. You can pre-book this for a small fee before your cruise, but make sure that if you're not going to attend, you cancel the reservation to avoid charges. Enjoy this sample menu from Sindhu with the prices, as well as some photos of some of the meals that we ate. Finally, we get to Green & Co. featuring Mizuana Sushi Bar. The theme of this restaurant is plant-based options, and it's a great place for vegetarians or vegans to eat. And of course, there is a sushi bar. This is a new restaurant for P&O. This is not an included restaurant, and there is a small fee for a la carte items ordered. The decor is fresh and lively, but in the evenings it is warmly lit and very comfortable to eat. Green & Co. and Mizuana Sushi Bar are open for lunch and dinner. Please enjoy these sample menus from Green & Co. as well as photos of some of our meals, including sushi. The Keel & Cow is a bar and restaurant located midship on Deck 8. It is overlooking the Atrium, so this is not one of the quieter restaurants on board Arvia. Always remember to check your horizon daily for opening times of all restaurants and bars on board. The Keel & Cow is decorated with warm blue and gray tones. There's various options available for seating depending on the reason that you're there, including club chairs, beautiful table chairs, high tops, booths, and even bar seating. This is not an included restaurant, and you will be charged per item ordered. Also note that the Keel & Cow is open daily for lunch and dinner, but again, make sure that you check your horizon daily for opening times. We donate profits from our channel to charity, so we'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. The panoramic windows in the Atrium of Arvia are beautiful, and when you're seated in the Keel & Cow, you get to enjoy the view from the top level. Please enjoy the sample menu with prices. Epicurean was by far our favorite restaurant on board Arvia. Please check out that review when you get a chance. However, the Keel & Cow, like most of the specialty restaurants on board Arvia, had very good food as well and was well worth the additional cost. We found the food to be tasty, presented very well, and consistently worth the money. Here are a few photos of the meals we enjoyed with the names so that you can order these. Today I would like to go over with you our absolute favorite restaurant on board Arvia. It is called Epicurean and is located forward on deck 17, right outside the Crow's Nest Lounge and Bar. There is an upcharge of £24 per passenger to dine in this restaurant, but considering the price of this and the quality of the food compared to most of the restaurants on board, we found this to be a good value. The decor is light and airy with lots of blue tones and panoramic windows. This is the perfect location to have dinner during a sail away. The menu is a little hard to read when you're there in the evenings when the lights are turned down, so let us give you a preview of what menus may look like for your cruise. Then we're going to show you options that we chose when dining here. First, we started with a coconut-flavored amuse-bouche from the chef. The bread basket of artisan breads came with both salted and unsalted butter. The seasonal soup was celeriac and white truffle soup, and the other appetizer that we enjoyed were the seared king scallops. They had a very slight fishy taste, but were very tender. For every meal, we enjoyed the 28-day aged sirloin steak because it was so good, but we looked at neighboring tables and they were enjoying their lamb or other types of steak or fish entrees. Entrees were always followed by a raspberry sorbet pop, which was a delightful, different experience. For desserts, by far the crêpes Suzette were our favorite choice. But we also enjoyed the lemon meringue tart, as did our neighbors. Epicurean Restaurant is also open for afternoon tea from 3:30 to 4:30 on most days, and due to the beautiful decor and airy, large panoramic windows, this is a perfect choice for afternoon tea. Over with you a couple of locations that we found were very comfortable to read during the day, but in the evenings transformed into quiet locations where you could have a cocktail before or after dinner, or just meet up with some friends for a game or a drink or read in the evenings. The first is Anderson's Bar, which is located midship on deck 6. The feel of this bar is really meant to be like a private club. Inside, you're going to find it decorated with lots of mirrors and warm, soft tones. There's various types of seating, including club chairs, low, high back chairs, velvet covered chairs, and even bar stools. In between the two sides of Anderson's Bar, you will find cabinetry that has many books and games available for your use during the cruise. Situated to the side of Anderson's Bar is a beautiful working copper distillery where both gin and rum are distilled. We saw this being used only once or twice during our cruise, but it's meant to be a focal point for master classes and tastings. The second side of Anderson's Bar is even quieter, and this is the area that's closer to the distillery. Here you can still get drinks or sit with your friends and enjoy a game or a drink before or after dinner. This was our favorite place to take up a game of Scrabble during the day or in the evenings. By the way, the most comfortable seating were the leather club chairs, the red velvet table chairs, and the white table chairs. The next bar that we really enjoyed for drinks before or after dinner, listening to music, reading during the day, or even being there for the sailaways was the Crow's Nest. The Crow's Nest is located on deck 17 forward. The panoramic windows made this the perfect spot for sailaways, particularly in cold weather. It's located directly next to Epicurean, which by far was our favorite restaurant on board Arvia. Look for a video review of Epicurean very soon. There was more than enough seating in the Crow's Nest, and we never had to look for anywhere to sit when we visited there in the evenings. But we do recommend that if you go there for the sailaway, make sure that you get there early because seats in front of the windows filled up pretty quickly. Since we're up here, everybody wanted to know what the Ivory Suite is. This is just really a meeting space for conferences. You could have weddings in this space, or even services were held on holy days. One of the smoking areas is located on deck 18 forward. On deck 16, there are some outdoor bars called Laguna and Crystal Bars. One of our favorite bars to visit was the Sunset Bar aft on deck 8. As with any of the aft bars, the sound of the wake is very soothing. And of course, the sunsets can be spectacular. Other bars that are located aft are the Infinity Pool and Bar on deck 16, and the Panorama Pool and Bar on deck 18. The Beachcomber Bar and Pool is located on deck 18 forward. This area offers you a lot of space to relax either in the sun or the shade. Then, of course, there is the Sky Dome. Located on deck 16, this has a retractable roof. There are various places around the Sky Dome to grab a drink or food. Then, of course, during the day and at night, this turns into a wonderful entertainment venue. You'll find many whirlpools on Arvia, And we really loved these infinity whirlpools that were located on deck 18. I just finished in the gym and stopped in the Oasis Spa, where they graciously gave me a walkthrough of the retreat. There have been a lot of questions about the pricing of the retreat. The price for the retreat can vary based on weather conditions and also the itinerary. But on our cruise of the Canary Islands, which is a 2-week cruise, the price is £59 for a daily pass to the retreat. The price for access to the retreat for the entire 2 weeks of our cruise is £429, and these are per person. What this entitles you to is an exclusive lounging area on the forward part of deck 18. This consists of various lounges, dedicated hot tubs or spas available to you, dedicated crew to taking care of your every need. This is a children-free zone where there is unlimited alcoholic beverages provided, such as white wine, red wine, sparkling wine, rosé. There is beer, soft drinks, sparkling water also. There is a healthy menu available to you as well. I looked at some of the options, such as tofu or wraps or fruit. These are pre-packaged items and are not made to order. Always remember to make meaningful and healthy travel happen for yourself, and I'm so happy that you joined us. Remember that all proceeds from our channel are donated to charity. So let's take a look at our quick walkthrough of the retreat, and let's get to it. We toured 4 types of cabins on Arvia, and we'll present those to you now. We're going to look at room 15432, which is located midship on deck 15. This is a deluxe balcony cabin with a sofa bed and sleeps 3 persons. This is a connecting room to room 15434, which might be useful for larger families traveling together. The balcony is large and can fit 2 chairs and a table easily. There is lots of privacy from the neighboring cabins, cabins above and below you, and there is an unobstructed view. The beds in this room are configured as 2 twin beds, but the beds can be pushed together to form a bed that is slightly larger than a queen-size bed. There are 2 movable bed stands that have shelves only and no drawers. There are outlets located beside each of the beds with a USB outlet in the bottom of each lamp. In this configuration on the Arvia, the beds are located near the balcony door and the sofa itself is located closer to the bathroom. There is a large television opposite the sofa and beds with a few cabinets underneath with very shallow shelves. Beside the television is a desk with 2 more cabinets. On the right side are some slightly deeper shelves, and on the left side is a small refrigerator. The desk has a chair and a kettle with a supply of tea and coffee, and there are additional outlets and some small shelves located there. The sofa converts into a bed for 1, and I'll show you that in a second. It has a movable table with some small shelves. The wardrobe is located beside that. On the right side there are those darn anti-theft hangers, and there is a full-length mirror outside. There is another single wardrobe with a smaller or shorter closet for jackets and shirts with a safe inside. The safe itself can probably fit some smaller items and a tablet and maybe a smaller laptop. You can phone your cabin steward to make up the bed for you in the evenings, but I want to show you how it works. There is a small tab that you can pull, and the base of the sofa will rotate over, revealing the bed. On the bed are located a duvet, and underneath the bed, inside the couch, are 2 pillows for use when this is operating as a bed. As we head into the bathroom, you will love the beautiful wooden floor located in there with a nice shower door. There is a removable nozzle for those who might have mobility issues with a retractable clothesline in the shower. There's plenty of shelf space and towel racks for your use. Products are provided by White Company Goods with a pump bottle of hand wash by the sink and pump bottles of shampoo and body wash in the shower. This is a connecting room with the connecting door located near the cabin door with 2 small lower hooks located by the door. If you're somebody like us who likes magnetic hooks, you might want to bring those with you. The only other general option that we would like to point out is that shower chairs are available for those who may have mobility issues. This is room 15732, called a smaller balcony room. We found that the balcony really isn't smaller than other balconies, but the room itself is small. It's much smaller than a standard inside cabin. These rooms are scattered around most decks, usually in an aft location, and this room is located aft on deck 15. The beds in this room are configured in a queen configuration with very small bedstands located beside each bed. There are outlets in the wall with USB ports located in the bottom of each lamp. There is a desk beside the bed with a chair and some cabinets. There are additional outlets there with a kettle and a supply of tea and coffee. There are some small shelves, and when you look in the cabinet below the kettle, there is a small refrigerator available. There are no shelves in this cabinet. There really is not a lot of storage available in this room. There is a small wardrobe located by the door, which we will look at in just a second. Opposite the bed is a large television with a selection of various channels and movies on it, and below that there is a very small shelf with some additional cabinets available to you that are not very deep. As we head into the bathroom, you will love the beautiful wooden floor located in there with a nice shower door. There is a removable nozzle for those who might have mobility issues with a retractable clothesline in the shower. There's plenty of shelf space and towel racks for your use. Products are provided by White Company Goods with a pump bottle of hand wash by the sink and pump bottles of shampoo and body wash in the shower. There are hooks located by the door, and if you're someone like us who likes to bring magnetic hooks, you may not need them. In the wardrobe, there is a full-length mirror on the right side with a top shelf mostly occupied by your life vests. There are the darn anti-theft hangers available. Ask your steward if you would like additional free hanging hangers. You can put your shoes in the bottom of the wardrobe. The only real storage that you have in this cabin is the additional wardrobe by the door. In it you'll find a small safe where you can fit some small valuables, a tablet, and perhaps a small laptop. There are a few recessed shelves in this wardrobe as well. The balcony is large and can fit 2 chairs and a table easily. There is lots of privacy from the neighboring cabins, cabins above and below you, and there is an unobstructed view. This is cabin 15727, and this is located aft on the 15th floor. This is a cabin that is intended for up to 4 persons because the couch folds out into a bunk bed. And we're going to show you at the end of this video how that bunk bed actually works. My first impressions are that this cabin is lovely. It's decorated with warm tones and blue highlights. The bed is a standard size like you're going to find on most cruise ships, and essentially this is 2 twin beds that can be either positioned separately in the room or pushed together where they make a bed that's just a little bit larger than a queen size bed. There's outlets present on the wall with a USB port in the bottom of each lamp. On one side of the bed is a very small recessed shelf. That recessed shelf is part of a small cabinet with a number of shelves that are inside. Among those shelves is a small safe that is large enough for you to place a laptop, a tablet, and many other things. Once in the bathroom, you'll find that there are adequate towel bars, hooks, and shelves to hold most of your necessities. Pump bottles of hand wash, shampoo, and body wash by White Company Goods are provided, and if you need conditioner or body lotion, ask your steward. One item that is very important for most of us is that there is a retractable clothes hanger in the shower. There really aren't any grab bars in this bathroom, which is something that's important for mobility challenged passengers. Near the door are 4 permanent hooks. This is something that's very useful for you to hang jackets or hats, and if you're somebody like us who likes to take magnetic hooks, you may not need them. Opposite these hooks is a small wardrobe. This is long enough for you to hang most of your long gowns, dresses, and slacks. On the top there is a small shelf that's occupied by your life vests, and on the bottom you can store some shoes. Inside are those darn anti-theft hangers, and on the outside is a full-length mirror. As promised, we'll show you how to operate the additional beds in the room. Go to the sofa, remove the pillows, and then there is a small handle at the base of the back of the couch. Here, just tug on it, and sometimes it'll take a couple of tugs, but the back of the couch will hinge out into an extra bed, giving you 2 bunk beds. If you need railing for any children, you should ask your steward. Then just to recess it back into a couch, you just push on it and it'll form back into a couch. And if you have any difficulty with this, you can ask your cabin steward to help you. But what I wanted to do today, of course, is welcome you, but give you a tour of our inside cabin. Now, we've said before that we really prefer inside cabins for a few reasons. Not only are they economical, but they usually are pretty quiet, and when you want to sleep, They are very dark. If you want to get out and see things on a cruise ship, leave your cabin, meet people, and get out on deck. Get some walking in and really enjoy the expansive view that you can see from up on deck. So let me start by telling you that our cabin is on the 15th floor, and this is a standard inside cabin, and we are in cabin 15438. My first impressions are that this cabin is lovely. It's decorated with warm tones and blue highlights. The bed is a standard size like you're going to find on most cruise ships, and essentially this is 2 twin beds that can be either positioned separately in the room or pushed together where they make a bed that's just a little bit larger than a queen size bed. There are small movable bed stands on each side of our configured queen size bed without drawers. They only have shelves. There's outlets present on the wall with a USB port in the bottom of each lamp. There is a nice 50-inch television with cabinets below them, and inside the left cabinet is a small refrigerator, and inside the right cabinet are a couple of more shelves. The desk has a well-lit vanity and does have some outlets and a chair so that you can use this when you're getting ready. And there's another cabinet with a couple of shelves, and there of course are some shelves above the cabinet on the wall, and there is a kettle in the room with a supply of tea and instant coffee. As we head into the bathroom on the right side, you're going to see that there are plenty of hooks on the wall, so that if you're someone like us who likes to take magnetic hooks on a cruise to organize better, you may find that you don't need them on Arvia. Once we're in the bathroom, you'll see that they have the typical white company goods that you're going to find on most P&O cruises. Pump bottles are furnished, including hand wash, shampoo, and body wash. You can ask your steward for some conditioner. Just like most European hotel products, and we've talked about this before, washcloths, or as the Brits like to say, flannels, are not standard, so make sure that you ask your cabin steward for them if you like to use a washcloth. I actually asked our cabin steward to provide some washcloths and a robe, and honestly within an hour they were in our cabin. You also may remember that we're not big fans of shower curtains in hotels, and we were pretty excited to find that there is a shower door and a nice floor in the bathroom. Also, another really important thing for most people is that there is a retractable clothesline in the shower, and there is more than enough shelf space in the bathroom, much more than we have seen on other cruise lines like Princess that we tend to go on quite often. There are 3 wardrobe doors by the entrance to the cabin. The one by the desk has a full-length mirror, and inside you're going to find a reasonable size safe that will fit a tablet pretty easily and maybe a small laptop. We really don't think that a larger laptop like maybe a 15-inch probably won't fit in there, honestly. Our Surface Pro fit okay with just a little room to spare. Our Surface Pro fit in there with really just a little room to spare. There is a really good size hair dryer that has a concentrator, and it can be moved throughout the room and even to the desk where a lot of people end up getting ready. There are a few more shelves in this closet, and in the hanging closet, which is closer to the door, there are those darn wooden anti-theft hangers, which in our opinion are a little difficult to use, and there are no hangers with trouser clips on them. There are hangers available if you ask your cabin steward. He or she can bring some extra to your room if you want that. All in all, we are really pleased with this cabin. We think it's comparable, if not larger, than other inside cabins that we've had, and we really would love some drawers for smaller items like socks. So if you like your smaller things organized, we suggest bringing some packing cubes or pop-up bins. And always remember to ask your cabin steward for the things you want, like a robe or washcloths. You are not a second-class citizen just because you booked a more cost-effective inside cabin, or some people like to call it an interior cabin. You just like a quieter room that is dark when you want to sleep, and you want to spend your money on other things. Most decks with cabins have laundry facilities with a large number of washers and dryers as well as irons available. If the washers and dryers are occupied on your floor, you should consider going to one of the floors above or below you. The machines are free of charge, but you do need to bring your own detergent and dryer sheets if you use them. Laundry supplies were sometimes difficult to come by in the shops on board. The fitness center here on Arvia is located forward on deck 5 and really is a pretty nice gym. There are machines by Techno Gym with plenty of aerobic machines, many weightlifting machines, and free weights available for you. There are stability balls, foam rollers, and lots of mats for you to do your own routines. Now, one of the downfalls of the entire cruise ship Arvia has been very poor Wi-Fi. So if you plan to bring some fitness routines such as Peloton or some of your own streaming video routines for your health, you probably are not going to be able to do those unless you're able to fully download those to a tablet or your phone. So that is one real big piece of information that I think is important for you to know. There also are not any water bottle refill stations available in the gym itself. There are some around the ship, but unfortunately not in the gym itself. So you'll have to refill from a water fountain. There are various classes that you can access, and I'll give you a close-up of this during the duration of your cruise. Things like Pilates, spin cycling classes, sculpting classes, and the costs for these are generally £15 to attend one class. You can get a 3-class pass for £29, and then there is a all-access pass which costs £65, which entitles you to attend certain classes that on this list, again, I'll give you the close-up, that are marked with an asterisk, and these are things such as Pilates or abs sculpting, and you get access for the entire cruise for the one price of £65, but this does not entitle you to every single class. There will be some free classes available. Usually those are early in the morning on sea days and consist usually of a gentle stretching class. Let's get to our video walkthrough. There is an outside jogging track on deck 18. It is a little bit tight, but it does the trick. And 7 laps equals 1 mile. It's Luxury Travel Docs here, and as you know, we love to promote meaningful and healthy travel. And fortunately, on P&O Cruises' newest ship, the Arvia, they do have this lovely ropes course, which I was able to do today, and it is complimentary. And what a great opportunity for you to get outside, enjoy some sunlight, and use your strength and agility and problem-solving capabilities to make it through an aerial ropes course. The ropes course on P&O Cruises Arvia is called Altitude, and it is, again, it's complimentary. There are times of day and certain days it is open, such as sea days. And gosh, I did it while we were in port, but how challenging would it be to be doing this while you're at sea with the ship moving and maybe a little bit of wind? I'm sure that they are not going to put you in an unsafe situation, but this is just a great opportunity to be able to do this at sea. That's Sam up there. He's your help up on the ropes course, and he is awesome. He came out of nowhere to save me more than once. Thank you.
That's fun.
Hey, I just did the ropes course here on P&O Cruises maiden voyage of the Arvia, and it was a lot of fun. I have done these before, and let me tell you that these guys are awesome. They have active help up there on the course, which he scared me, he came out of nowhere, but it was very, very helpful to me, and I highly recommend that you do this. And by the way, there are lots more activities for the kids and for those who are also young at heart. Up on deck 18 is a great outdoor chess game. There's also some golfing nets aft on deck 18. We really enjoyed visiting Sundays, which is by the Laguna Bar on deck 16. The gelato was perfect for an after dinner treat or something cool on a hot day. Ripples, located midship on deck 8, is another great place to grab some cool refreshments or gelato. Items in Ripples are a la carte and do incur an extra charge. Mission Control is located on deck 6, midship. It's an escape room at sea. Some people just call it immersive theater. You'll be part of a submarine crew where you'll be asked to solve puzzles and problem solve to save the ship. The cost is £20 per adult and £10 per child. Opposite Anderson's bar is the Ocean Studios. This is a 4-screen cinema, and it really is reminiscent of cinemas on land. There were vending machines available for you to get drinks during your movie. You would have to buy snacks like popcorn at the stores on board. has a rotating list of movies that were available every day at various times throughout the day. Unlike other P&O cruise ships, there are only 3 cinemas that operate on Arvia. That is to allow space for the mission control that we just talked about. Back to deck 19, there is altitude mini golf. And this is a great family activity to enjoy sea views, the warm breeze, and some sun. This is included in the price of your cruise. On deck 18 is Splash Valley, and this is an interactive pool for very small children. The Reef is an indoor and outdoor activity center for children of all ages. Pre-registration is required. Let us preface our tour by telling you that the shops on board Arvia are some of the largest with the most complete selection that we've ever seen at sea. And best of all is the selection. You can find anything from fine jewelry and fine watches to lab-grown diamonds. You also can find luxury bags like Louis Vuitton. You can find dedicated men's clothing and women's clothing stores, great selections of liquor, souvenirs, and luxury beauty products like cosmetics and skincare. Just a reminder that all proceeds from this channel are donated to charity. Please help us help others by giving us a thumbs up or subscribing to our channel. Your support makes a difference. Now let's get to our tour of the area. The Avenue shopping area is located on deck 7 midship. The way that we're going to start our tour is from the Atrium, and we're going to head on the port side of the ship first, heading aft. We took an early morning walk through the Avenue shopping area, and we'll show you this so that you can see the large size of the shopping that you can do on board. But we will mix in some shots that were taken in the afternoon so that you can see what these look like when the shops are open. Let's head across the corridor between the port and the starboard side where most of the pop-up shops happen. Once you're at the starboard side, you'll see fine jewelry and fine watches. Kind of hidden down a back corridor on the starboard side are the duty-free liquor shops and some P&O Cruises souvenirs. If you're in the market for buying a future cruise, you will pass by the loyalty desk and future cruise sales. As you head back over to the port side, you'll pass the shore excursion desk, the photography gallery, as well as an electronics shop if you have left any of your own electronics at home. Heading back up the port side, you'll find luxury accessories, luxury beauty products, as well as everyday cosmetics, hair care, and styling aids. When you get back to the stairs, you've made it all the way around. And don't forget to check your Horizon Daily for special shopping deals throughout your cruise. Always remember to make meaningful and healthy travel happen. And thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time from the maiden voyage of P&O's newest ship, the Arvia.